there is a twist to the tale today. Welcome back everyone to another season of Driver Career Mode, and it's time for Season 4. And you guys have been very active with the poll. Thank you very much for those who have voted, and it seems like Mercedes has won. But there is a twist to the tale today. We have currently 37 days until F1 22 comes out. 37 days. So with 9 more episodes of My Team. The first episode when it came out yesterday of the 10 race season. We got 9 more races to go there, and that leaves us with 27 days of Driver Career Mode videos, and that fits in nicely with a 16 race season and then another 10 race season. So what I am gonna do actually is, because so many people were vocal about me staying with Ferrari for an additional season, we're gonna stay with Ferrari for 16 races. One more season, season 4, we will stay with Ferrari, and then we'll do a 10 race season just like the My Team series and jump into Mercedes as you guys have voted. So let me know what you guys think about that in the description or in the comment section down below. Some of you guys actually mentioned that I should check what team is where. Now the thing is, the stupid thing about F1 2021 is that they give you current standing, so how the car performs at this point in time rather than what's expected next season. So we're just sitting with Ferrari on 3rd, and that's our current grid position. So I don't know. I really don't know where Ferrari will sit. I've done well with the resource points to try and save as many upgrades as possible. We've got most of the most expensive upgrades in the powertrain department saved, so we'll have to save some resource points in next season to re-trigger these. But it seems like Ferrari might be the fastest car out there because we were able to protect so many upgrades. So let's renegotiate with team immediately, see what we say. All right, there we go. We've signed a contract for 9.15 million. High risk offer came through on the next race weekend, or the next day. Now, with the extra funds we have, whoa, we have $1 million in the perk fund. That is a lot of money. I'm going to go into the engine wear, mainly because engine wear has been an issue with Ferrari at times. So hopefully we can save the engine a lot better with this perk on. Maxed out the power mapping. So as the next season comes around, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 upgrades that we miss out on in the powertrain. So that is a sad sight to see, but I think we should be relatively high up the grid here. So let's finish the season. Season 3 has come to a close. We are officially level 16 in Acclaim. That's good to see. And of course, we did not win the drivers nor constructors, but we've been fairly competitive. 307 points for me and 191 for Sainz, with 6 wins to our name this season. So the second half of the season really helped us out in that department. Let's move on to the start of season 4. All right, so we're going for a 16 race weekend, as I mentioned earlier, and these are the tracks we're going to go to: Bahrain, Imola, Monaco, Azerbaijan, Canada, France, Austria, Great Britain, Belgium, Netherlands, Italy, Singapore, USA, Mexico, Brazil, and then Saudi Arabia to round things out. These are the tracks that I do enjoy. We can switch things out later in season 5. The final season we'll be doing, which is going to be a 10 race weekend. So let's just jump into it. 16 race season. And just like that, we are now in with Ferrari. Hopefully we can have a good season. Turns out we are in fact middle of the table. We are behind AlphaTauri, McLaren, Mercedes, and Red Bull. Ooh, this is hard to take, but we'll do the best we can with the level that we have, or the car level that we have. Also, a thing to look at is to see who has moved. Has anyone moved? Seems like Verstappen and Perez still stay at Red Bull. Myself and Sainz are still at Ferrari. Norris and Ricciardo still at McLaren. Bottas and Hamilton still at Mercedes. Ocon and Aiken still at Alpine. Gasly and Tsunoda still at AlphaTauri. Russell and Latifi still at Williams, with Stroll and Zhou still in Aston Martin, with Giovinazzi, Raikkonen, Alfa Romeo, and Schumacher, Mazepin, and Haas. So everyone has stayed in their respective teams right now. Of course, know that Charles Leclerc is out of drive right now. We took his spot, so things are looking a little stale here. No one has really moved, and no team has really made any significant change. All right, I don't think you guys will be surprised with the car reveal, but because it's tradition, here comes the car reveal for Season 4. No big surprise there for the Ferrari. Of course, it's the standard livery that we've seen every year in this game mode. So yeah, that's that. Alright, so we got 2 emails from Mattia Binotto here. Indications from testing suggest the car has decent pace, but I expect us to be somewhere around the middle of the field. Over the course of this season, I want us to be the best of the rest and even starting to challenge the front runners. And then I get another objective email saying, we're confident that the car will be competitive from the start of the season, so we expect you to be racing near the front of the field. Make sure to work hard at car development so we can maintain our advantage to the chasing pack. I mean, you told me we will be best of the rest, and now you want us to compete against the McLarens, the Mercedes, and the Red Bull cars? I'm not sure what you mean there, Mattia. Of course, it's time for the Bahrain Grand Prix, which is the start of the season, of course. And before that, we have invested whatever resource points we got on certain parts of the car. And now we got rotor speed in with the ERS upgrade. So that is another good upgrade to have as we try to get closer to the front of the field. But it's not looking good. We're going to be mid-table. So let's see what we can pull off in Bahrain. Hopefully we can have a decent race, unlike the My Team video yesterday where we did hit some misfortune. But let's hope for a good race weekend here. Welcome to the first qualifying session of Season 4. First round of 16, Bahrain Grand Prix time. It has been an interesting practice session, not gonna lie. Let's be honest here. Ferrari took a huge hit, dropping down back to the midfield behind AlphaTauri. And we're quite a ways away from Red Bull and Mercedes, so it is going to be difficult to compete against them as we try to manage our upgrades. But practice showed us a different story. We were actually quite competitive here in the top 5. So I was P4 in FP1, I believe, after a decent number of laps. And then I became P2 in FP2 after another round of decent laps, especially on the softs, trying to get the qualifying pace program in. And yes, that gave us a P2 finish in that session, just 100th behind Verstappen. I wonder if anyone else is sandbagging. I have a feeling that the Red Bulls are sandbagging a bit, and the Mercedes as well. But yeah, that was quite impressive to see us so high up on the grid. So we'll see how well we perform on race day, because everything goes out the window. Race conditions, safety cars, close quarter racing between different teams. It kind of mixes things up. So we'll see how well we can perform here in the Ferrari that we have right now. Time to qualify. A decent number of laps done in practice allows me to have a decent amount of practice done. So we'll see how fast our laps are. Hopefully we can get out of here relatively easily. Let's see if we can keep our Ferrari competitive against the front runners. All right, great rotation out of there. Let's see. Am I competitive with my first lap here? P5. 1 second behind my teammate. That's expected because the AI is going to be relatively buffed. So I'll take that. I'll take P5. That's a very solid position to be in right now. Seems like the Williams is actually quite competitive as well. Latifi just behind me. A lot more clinical with my second lap here. 6 tenths improved. Yeah. Let's see. 6.3 tenths improved. P9 just behind my teammate. Okay. I think I should be comfortably through to Q2. So I think we'll just go into the pits and see out the rest of the session. And just like that, we are sitting P10. Carlos Sainz P9. Very good to see the Ferrari through to the next round. Knocked out our Mazepin, Raikkonen, Giovinazzi, Schumacher, and Ocon. So let's see what happens in Q2. Alright, here we go. First out of Q2. Can we pull this off? P8. Okay, we're a full second behind Norris. Can we catch that, you think? Possibly. Let's try a cooldown and then go again. Because the cooldown lap allows us to have some kind of boost. I don't know. It's very OP, so let's do it. Alright, 2 tenths or so improved. Not sure if I'm any more competitive on the mediums. Moving only up to P11, not a good sight. We need to do laps on the softs. We're doing a lap on the softs. We sustained some underbody damage in one of our 2 laps on the mediums, so we couldn't get a soft lap in. I tried to push, but we were just too far away from the finish line as the timer fell down to 0. So we get knocked out in P12 in Q2. Signs up in P6, so it's good to see him going on. But we're going to be on alternating strategies. I'm going to start on the mediums. He's starting on the softs, so we'll see how that works out. Sunoda, myself, Russell, Aiken, and Latifi are knocked out. So let's see what happens on race day. Let's see what we can do from P2, tactical P2. Yeah, let's go on to race day.
Months of rumour and speculation all come to an end today as we return to racing for the opening event of what promises to be an enthralling season. Welcome along then to round 1 of this year's Formula 1 World Championship. Off the back of a fantastic qualifying session, it's time to see how our starting grid looks for today's race. Young superstar Max Verstappen starts from pole position, edging out Sergio Perez, who lines up P2. Moving on to the rest of the grid, we have Gasly, Norris, Lewis Hamilton and Bottas, Sainz, Stroll, Zhou and Yuki Tsunoda. The real deal, Russell, Jack Aitken and Latifi, Ocon, Mick Schumacher, Daniel Ricciardo. They'll be starting further back after an earlier grid penalty. And Antonio Giovinazzi, Raikkonen and Nikita Mazepin. And with lights out just moments away, it's time to go down to the track.
And like that, let's get racing. So I think Daniel Ricciardo just took grid penalties, which is quite an interesting concept. Didn't expect him to take a grid penalty this early, but apparently he has some kind of engine issue, or maybe he collided with someone. Illegal blocking is always a penalty that's been given out left, right, and center on this game. So yeah, my strategy is going to be medium to soft. So let me edit the strategy and see what the medium to hards look like. So the medium to hard strategy looks like this, 42.05. So that's about, what would you say, 12 seconds slower than our current strategies. Let's just jump into it. I'm excited to see what we can do from P11. Decent starting position, of course, and it's lights out. Away we go in Bahrain for the Bahrain Grand Prix opener in Season 4 of Driver Career Mode. Oh, I'm getting swarmed already. Oh, there was a twitch from that AlphaTauri. That made me twitch. Okay, Stroll and Zhou are just up ahead. Trying to get his slipstream. Around the outside of Stroll. Maybe I can get Zhou as well. No, not yet. We'll keep going. I love this track, guys. I love this track. Not too ambitious here. Up the inside of the Aston Martin. Good. Let's get Bottas here. Decent start. Up into P8. I'll take that. My teammate is up the road, so I want to catch up to him as soon as I can. Okay, we're coming up to start finish line P2 or P8 lap 2. Oh my god, there's battles going up and down the grid. Sainz and Norris going toe to toe there. The two Aston Martins are fighting, inviting whoever's behind them into the fight. But there's a move from Bottas on Sainz. My teammate is really struggling out here today. Oh, Bottas got shoved a little wide. That's a bit tense between these two cars. Come on, let me by. Oh, Bottas went wide, super wide going into that hairpin. Got a great exit out of there in his slipstream. Then going on the inside of Sainz here. Thank you very much.
You made it look easy.
I mean, it was easy. Bottas was off the track, man. And Sainz had a poor run into the long back straight, so easy pickings. Up 2 positions now, P6. We got Norris and Perez up ahead. Norris and Perez. Out of ERS already, so we need to really start pushing. There we go. ERS is on.
Use DRS when you are within 1 second of the car ahead and in the DRS zone.
Good defense of the inner line to keep Sainz behind me. Sainz is gonna have DRS here. So is Bottas. So both of them are fighting, which is good for me. Let's run away. Okay, there goes Bottas. He gets past me on the softs. That's fine, because we can get him back into turn 4.
Okay, focus. We need to stay on form.
Clean overtake there. But to be honest, this battle is not helpful in catching Norris and Perez. We really need to push. Come on, where's my pace? Is it coming back? Bottas is coming back for more. It's going on the inside. Have more acceleration out of there. Yes, thank you. Oh, I've gone wide. I've been put off. Alright, we're gonna follow Bottas here. Mainly because we want this DRS. I want this DRS on Bottas, so that we can work together to go ahead. Nearly rammed into Bottas there. Alright, here we go. Come on, Sainz. Let's go. Catch him. Okay, there we go. It's 3 wide. Whoa! Came out on top there, but it was 3 wide for a long time. Goodness me. That was dangerous. Okay, we've got the first pitters on the softs. Bottas is probably pitting this lap because he has some extreme boost. Oh, I stole the DRS off him. Thank you very much. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Alright, Norris is in the pits. Perez continues, and I think Bottas is going into the pits. Yes, he does. New strategy is available to us. What is it? 18. Still the same strategy. Let's try to catch Perez as much as we can now that he does not have DRS. He had DRS assistance from Norris all this time. So let's see if we can really push on them. Ah, it's curtains for me, guys. It's curtains for me. Verstappen is going to get past me here. Oh, Perez is in already. Hello. I'm not going to fight Verstappen much because he has too much pace. He gets the lead. He still needs to pit once as well, so we'll see what tires he goes on to next. I may have a chance at him once we move on to the softs. Oh, we've got a green flag, yellow flag, green flag. Someone retiring? Looks like it. Gasly's out.
Okay, clear.
Okay, Gasly's out, right behind me. Okay, so that's one less car to worry about. Coming up to a blue flag. Verstappen's in for his final pit stop. Okay, let's see. He's going on to the mediums, So, it's still going to be quite difficult to overtake Verstappen because he's still going to have pace on the mediums. So, we'll see. Box this lap.
Right, come in at the end of this lap.
Alright. We are coming in this lap. Lap 18 pit stop, of course. Expected to release P3 right behind Perez, who's on the hards. And just ahead of him by 1 second or so is Verstappen. So let's see if we can get decent pit stop here and try to catch the Red Bull drivers. Let's go. Nice. Nice. Good entry. Let's hope our team give us a good pit stop, please. Good pit stop. Come on, zoop zoop. 2.5. Didn't expect any better than that, to be honest. These guys really hate giving me a sub 2 second pit stop. It's Ferrari after all. Alright, let's get out of here.
Look after these tires now.
Let's chase down Verstappen and Perez. I should have the pace advantage considering I'm on softs. Let's see if we can push. Let's see. Yay, fastest lap. You love to see it. Very strong lap from us. Let's keep catching Perez, please. I've come up right behind Perez here. 1.2 second gap between us. The soft compound tire advantage has really helped me out here. Let's keep pushing. Oh, a little shaky out of there, but it's good. It's good. We're still within DRS range. Let's go, let's go. Come on, DRS. Finally. Push, push, push.
Strong, but be aware your tires need to go the distance.
I know, mate. Don't worry.
There's 5 laps of fuel remaining.
Vehicle condition.
No tyre concerns at the moment. Just focus on the driving.
Oh, dove it in front of him. Ooh, what a move. What a move. Let's keep pushing. I don't know if I can get Verstappen, but P2 is a very formidable result here in Bahrain. I'll take it. How do I not have DRS on this guy? Come on. Backmarker Alcon should have given me DRS. I'll take the slipstream though. It's helpful. It's better than nothing. Come on, give me the DRS. And just like that, we complete the Bahrain Grand Prix. Max Verstappen steals the fastest lap from us. How? I don't know. He's on the mediums, but Max Verstappen has been unbeatable today. Absolutely on fire. There's a yellow flag in Sector 1, Sector 2. Wonder who that is.
This is your final lap of the race.
That's George Russell. George Russell's out. No safety car, of course, on the last lap. They don't like to bring out safety cars so late. But anyway, we had to do some fuel saving in the earlier laps, and now we're really pushing it.
Green flag.
But this is a very strong start for Ferrari this season. Very strong start. P2 finish. Good enough to see us in contention for the driver standing, as well as the constructors, as long as Sainz does well today. Teammate status.
Gap to teammate behind is 35.3 seconds. They're on old mediums. They're in 8th. The time last lap was a 1:25.7.
Man, I was in a league of my own with Verstappen and Perez. Wow. Well, that was a competitive lap, or competitive Grand Prix, considering the stature of our car. Our teammate's doing P8, I'm doing P2. What a drive, what a great way to start a new season with Ferrari.
Great drive, great drive. We're really happy with that performance.
That's it for another spectacular Grand Prix here in Bahrain and a real champion's drive to take the win. Tell me, Ant, how do you think they were able to deliver such an incredible result today?
I think that smart tyre management on track and very smooth driving definitely assisted in their victory today. That combination meant they got the absolute maximum out of their tyres at all times.
The drivers are en route to the podium as we speak. What a fantastic win for the Red Bull team. They performed exceptionally today, keeping us firmly on the edge of our seats throughout the entirety of the race. Congratulations to everyone at the team.
Well done, Red Bull, to get the win for the season. I mean, Verstappen is the reigning champion, so I'm not surprised, but he was a league of his own, really. And then came us. Really strong lap times and very strong performance. Very good job for Ferrari. Let's go. Very solid Grand Prix for the Red Bull team and myself, as I just mentioned. Ooh, 800s, not even 700s. The difference between Max Verstappen and myself. Perez in P3, of course. Norris, Tsunoda, Bottas, Hamilton, Sainz, Ricciardo, and Stroll in the top 10 points. Zhou, Aitken, Latifi, Ocon, Schumacher, Giovinazzi, Mazepin, Raikkonen round out the finishers, with Russell and Gasly not finishing the race today. Let's take a look at the standings then. We sit in P2, I mean it's obvious, and Carlos Sainz in P8. Nothing really has changed than from the Bahrain roster, because Bahrain is the first Grand Prix, but the Constructors is looking exciting. We're sitting in P2 just like in the previous season, but we're only 19 points away from Red Bull. Let's try to keep this one competitive. Let's try to beat Red Bull in some of these races and possibly strive to get P1 in the Constructors. And just like that, the Bahrain Grand Prix comes to a close, and we've had a stunner, an absolute stunning start to the season. P11 starting position after Daniel Ricciardo, I believe, takes grid penalties, and that brings us up a couple positions, one position actually, but that was quite a significant gain. We actually had a lot of momentum on the mediums as we decided to go long, super long on them, and then end up on the softs. The softs were strong enough to see us get Perez, but then fuel became an issue, so we had to take things a little slower, and that's why we were able to secure P2 and not attack Verstappen. If I had some extra fuel, I think I may have been able to push on Verstappen, but it would have been very hard to get P1. Verstappen in a league of his own, myself included, I think, and then Perez was some ways away. Very solid start considering how far down Ferrari are on the standings, and it's good to see us stay competitive against the front runners. Maybe we can keep this up and keep the pressure on the front runners to actually secure the drivers and constructors this time around. I think we may be able to do that as long as the car holds up. Hopefully that's the case. Thank you guys so much for watching the opener. I believe Imola is next, but don't quote me on that since I don't know the 16 race calendar to heart, but we'll see what happens in the next one. If you guys enjoyed today's episode, make sure you smash that like button, subscribe using the red button down below, and hit the notification bell as well so notified as soon as I upload next. More F1 content will be going up on the regular, so please be sure to be subscribed so you don't miss out on any of the fun that we have on this channel. Thank you guys so much for your time. Thank you so much for watching. Take care of yourselves, stay safe, stay healthy. I'll see you guys at the next Grand Prix.